Hi there, Arian. Great job writing these essays for your IELTS preparation. Let's get straight into what you have written. Dear Sir or Madam, I am writing in regard to the participation in the intensive IT course that is organized by our organization this summer. Okay, this should probably be in regard to my participation. Then, I have always been amazed by new technology and I believe I will love your course. All right, this is the wrong verb form. This doesn't actually exist as a tense. So it's I have always been, B-E-E-N, okay? All right, as I have never traveled to Ireland, I am not aware of the documents, this should be plural, to travel to Ireland. General rule of thumb is that when we're talking about movement, if you're not sure, you should probably use the preposition to. So it's things like come to my house, go to Ireland, travel to Ireland. So just keep that in mind if you're not sure about the preposition. Okay, now here, Ireland, part of the European Union, do I have to apply for a visa? A couple of things I want to mention here. First of all, I think you mean since Ireland is, you're missing that too, is part of the European Union, do I have to apply for a visa? Now, here it's not wrong grammatically. However, since this is a formal letter, what you really need to do is use more indirect language, okay? Formal style means that we try not to ask direct questions. So instead what you could have done here is say, since Ireland is part of the European Union, would you kindly let me know if a visa is required or if I must apply for a visa? So this if clause then does the job of asking the question, but less directly, okay? And then the next sentence, furthermore, I would like to know how the temperatures are like, is cold or not. Clearly you've got some typing things happening here, no big deal. However, again, you've got a direct question. So I would like to clean this up a little bit and make it more formal and also more accurate at the same time. So instead, let's say, furthermore, I would like to know what the expected temperatures this summer will be, or I would like to know the typical temperatures for the summertime. All right, and it does exactly what you're trying to say here, but again, without the direct question and with more accurate and higher level vocabulary. All right, and last, what currency is used in Ireland? Again, direct question. So lastly, let's not start a sentence with and. Instead, let's say, lastly, please inform me regarding the currency used in Ireland. Then, can you give me some advice about the amount of money that I may need while there? You've written it as a sentence. You probably wanted a question mark, but still it's a direct question. Now, check this out then. Here you said that this is last, but it's actually not last because you did ask for another piece of information. So let's remove the lastly here and then put it here instead. And then it should be, lastly, I would appreciate some advice regarding recommended amounts of money for my stay. Something like that, okay? Then the rest of the sentences, as I read them, they look fine. My flight is on June 20th. However, you didn't want a comma there. The arrival time is at 10 a.m. in the morning. It would be appreciated if you could arrange for the transport from the airport. That's perfect, really. It's very nice formal language, grammatically absolutely accurate, so well done. I'm looking forward to meeting you. Also a very appropriate sign-off, especially for a formal letter. So well done here. Your closing, however, has two little problems. First of all, we don't want a full stop. It's always a comma. And then look who you addressed your letter to. You addressed it to Dear Sir or Madam, which means that this here, instead of sincerely, should be yours faithfully. It's just a standard convention of formal letter writing. When you don't know the name of the person you are writing to, it should be yours faithfully. Okay? Well done. There's some good elements here. Some of the formal language is very nice. Some of it needs a little work. So do continue to write in this style in order to gain more practice. Let's go to your second essay now. Okay, here it is. It is argued by some that today's families are not connected. Here you wanted an apostrophe. And do not communicate with each other as they used to. This needs a D here. Okay, if you're not sure how to use this, it's used to for past habits. Refer to a good grammar book so that you can revise this rule. They do not communicate with each other as they used to in the past generation. Fine. In my view, this is absolutely true for most modern families. Okay, there is a general idea that technological advancements such as the internet have helped because its advancements have helped. And this is just an example. So here, there should have been a comma here. All right, so there is a general idea that technological advancements such as the internet, comma, have helped, because you're referring to the advancements in connecting people. But in reality, they have divided them more. Again, because you're talking about advancements. Spelling undivided, careful. This is because social networks and the enormous amount of information that we digest every day do not allow us. Again, you've got some subject-verb agreement problems here because you've got two subjects. You've got social networks, which in any case is plural, and enormous amount. So you've got two subjects here. Therefore, this should be plural. Do not allow us to be fully engaged with each other. That's a very nice vocabulary. That's a nice collocation, fully engaged. For example, many people may have hundreds of friends, all right, S, but most of these friends are people that they have never met and with whom they cannot have a meaningful conversation. Lovely. Really nice grammar here with the with whom, and the rest of it is fine. This has led to more virtual likes and less real communication. Moreover, nowadays, worldwide, people are having a frenetic life with the main focus on advancing in the corporate ladder. Advancing up, advancing on the corporate ladder. Yeah, in is not quite correct. I'm not 100% sure which of the two prepositions that I suggested I like better. Advancing on, I think the corporate ladder is probably better. In general, you might have realized that it's not the most natural phrase, but it could be okay with a different preposition. This is due to the fact that the world has become materialistic and people are obsessed, careful with your spelling, we are obsessed with accumulating wealth and power. For instance, many parents take work with them at home, fine, and work even during the weekends when no comma is necessary here, when they should pay more attention to the upbringing of their children. No apostrophe, no S. As a result, children are raised, you wanted an A here, it's the wrong word, are raised in an environment that does not offer the necessary atmosphere and serenity for positive life. This creates the culture of isolation, which helps in widening the gap between family members. To conclude, I believe that nowadays, I think you mean modern families here, but nowadays would be fine. Families communicate less, and this is mainly caused by technology and materialistic desires. Okay, fine, you've got a number of lovely elements here. However, reading this essay, I'm a little concerned about one thing. I'm concerned about your paragraphing. I'm not sure really what program you typed this on. Maybe it's Word, I'm not sure. But you really need to make sure that your paragraphs are clearly delineated. So for example, like this sentence here, this has led to more virtual likes and less real communication. It's a lovely sentence. However, the way it's typed, I'm not sure which paragraph it belongs to. I kind of feel like it belonged to this paragraph, okay? But it's just not clear where your paragraphing is, and this is potentially a big problem for your score in coherence and cohesion. I mean, I know that examiners do look at that kind of thing, so be careful with it. The best way, really, to make sure that your paragraphs are clear to the examiner or to your tutor, in this case, is to leave a space between the paragraphs, okay? It's just as simple as hitting return an extra time and make sure that where the paragraphs begin and where they end is clear. All right, so nice job with this. I saw some really, really good collocations. So, I mean, you know, there are a few little errors in terms of grammar, in terms of expression, but definitely keep writing. I'm not sure when your exam is. My best advice to you is to continue writing up until the day of your exam and continuing to get feedback, because that's really the best way to improve. You've got some good elements, but now what we need to do is really pull all of those elements together so that you can get the score you need.